welcome back to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I know it's been a while, but I'm starting it off with a bang, and that means boss fight. We finally worked up our way up this freaking mountain, and oh, I guess that didn't pause when I turned up the volume. My bad. Anyway, so you finally reached the top of the mountain, find Blablanadon who'd been missing, if you were paying attention to what anyone said down there. And apparently he's been sitting on this egg for a while, because he followed Prince Peasley up here. Which of course was who all the soldiers were looking for. Inside this egg, however, is something that doesn't look very nice. Okay, well, that block just landed inside the Hammer Bros house, if you recall. So, Blablanadon gets nailed away by that, whatever it is, which apparently doesn't speak English, and proceeds to attack the Super Mario Brothers. Okay, this is where strategy comes in. You're going to want to use your bros attacks. By now, you hopefully should have practiced without needing to do any kind of assists, and that means you will be able to do more bros attacks. So as you can see, he spits out more of these HooHoo rocks or blocks or whatever, and if his head is pointed straight up like that, he'll fire at Mario, and if he's just pointing it straight forward, he'll fire at Luigi. Do enough damage, and he'll spit out a giant rock, yeah, right there, and step on it to get closer, because the bigger, or when he gets shrunk like that, his rocks don't move as fast. And I totally failed at dodging these for some reason. But anyway, once he spits out the block, your focus is going to want to take out that block, because it gets very annoying when he's that close. As soon as that's gone, it should only take a couple of hits. Just keep bashing with bros attacks. And in case anyone was wondering why it took so long to start this up again, I had a cold when I came back from camping, so I didn't really want to have a cold voice on here, because that would just sound really gross. Anyway, so that wasn't too hard. I'm gonna level up my BP here, I guess. Because BP is always nice, and I almost ran out in that boss fight, and that's never a good thing. I also found an opportunity to up Luigi's speed to keep up with Mario again. And oh, look at this. You know how Blablanadon followed Prince Peasley up here? Yeah, the egg was Prince Peasley. It's probably more of a transformation chamber to turn him into this monster thing. So Blablanadon's managed to fly back now, and I don't know what the heck Prince Peasley does with his hair, but apparently it's the most glamorous hair anyone has ever seen, because just by flicking it with his wrist, it can cause a total eclipse of vision with a bright shining light. I've seen it with teeth, but never with hair. Anyway, it's very iconic in this game, and all I have to do is such an action and my sister will start laughing. So he gives them the rose, which is important later on, and you get a free ride down the mountain from Blablanadon. So now, the first thing you're going to want to do is probably actually save, which there's a block here, and then head straight to the Hammer Bros house, because they'll have that rock that fell through their chimney, and they'll be able to make a hammer for you. This becomes a new action that you can swap through using the L and R buttons. And I don't think I cut that out, so you'll actually be able to read it. So you may be wondering, cool, so I wonder what you get to do with the hammers now. Well, for now, you can do nothing but hit things with them. Because unlike the jump attack, you'll have access to it, basic action, but you won't be able to actually do a bros action like the super jump or spin jump until late the next section of the game. So move up to the back here, and you can actually smash this block and pick up a nut, which is the first item you first time you've ever come across a nut. And what it does is heals less amounts of HP, but it heals it to both bros. So head down here and go over to the giant stone that Fawful dropped in your path, and take it the heck out. So there'll probably be a few nuts around, considering now that you found your first one, you can find them all over the place. And for whatever reason, I just love smashing these rocks. So I just smash all of them. Anyway, you have to come over here and smash this one, and then flatten this thing. And for whatever reason, that activates the water. Because apparently flaming rocks are absolutely invincible to hammers. Just a tip. If you want to have a rock in your backyard or something, and you don't want anyone to break it, just light it on fire. That'll keep anyone from smacking it, getting rid of it. Oh, and this is another mini game. I think we've only had one other one, which the Hammer Bros jumping mini game. Come over here to this bridge first, and you get a whole bunch of free items, because everyone loves free items. I mean, it's free, right? So don't drop down there, because, well, I think you can get back up, but it's very annoying, and you head over to that section anyway, but at a much later part of the game, so there's no use in going there now. So, again, I'm just skipping through anything anyone says, because if you're playing the game, you can read it yourself. Or if you really want to read it from this video, then pause it or something. Anyway, so say yes to riding the carts, or explain first if you want an explanation. But what you do is you control the flashlight with the control pad, or D-pad or whatever, and you make Mario and Luigi jump in their minecarts with the A and B buttons, just like you do when you're in the field. So your goal is to collect as many of those diamond jewel things as possible. Now you won't be able to see anything on Luigi's side unless Mario is shining the flashlight on him. So make sure you grab those batteries. If you miss one or two, you should still be able to see. It'll just be a lot harder. So don't worry if you miss one. So just keep grabbing these gems, and there should be enough even if you run into some obstacles that you should have enough. I think you need 12 or 15 maybe, I can't really remember. Anyway, so just make sure you don't land on those thwomps, and you should be fine. You'll have tons of, way more than enough jewels by the end of this minigame. You can play it again later and get some, I forget what kind of bean it is, but get a different kind of bean, a yellow one, which again will be used later. So I believe I haven't. Oh, okay, it was only 10. So there's 15 jewels in the whole first section there. But anyway, I don't think I've said what the beans are actually for yet, so I'll save that until later. Anyway, once you finally finish the minecart section, just talk to him again, which it forces you to do, and exit the building, or cave. Save and continue, some more free items, and of course, just to make sure that you know exactly what to do, the Hammer Bros catch up to you and let you know how to use your hammers in combat. And I actually cut this out so I could have as much video as possible, so you'll have to play through that yourself. And you'll see some combat with the hammers anyway. I love this. It's filled with suspenders. Seriously. Like, why would you say that? And I'm assuming that's copied from the SNL skit from a long time ago. Anyone my age probably wouldn't know about it. I only do because my parents told me. Anyway, so that marks the end of this section of Mario and Luigi. I have the video source for the next video ready. I'll just have to edit it and voice over it and then upload it. So see you next time.